Sup guys, it's Alex here, and today we have a very interesting way of deciding who's going to win the NCAA tournament. As you can tell from the title of the video, we are doing a coin flip bracket. It's going to be crazy. I think last year I had like a 13 seed. I want to say that I had Arkansas Little Rock winning it all, and they did win their first round matchup in real life, but they didn't move on past that. And so let's go ahead and get it started. The 1 seed Villanova versus the 16 seed winner. We are going to have Villanova lose in the first game. Oh my gosh, Wisconsin and Virginia Tech is tails as well. So we are going to have Virginia Tech moving on. Virginia and UNC Wilmington, another tails. We are going with UNC Wilmington, all upset so far. Florida and East Tennessee State, another upset. East Tennessee State, SMU and winner Providence and USC. We finally have the higher seed winning a game. SMU is going to move on. 3 seed Baylor and the 14 seed New Mexico State. Baylor is going to win that one according to the coin flip. South Carolina and Marquette. We got South Carolina winning that one. Duke and Troy, I bet this is going to be tails. I bet Duke is going to lose, and they lose. Oh my gosh. The 15 seed Troy Trojans are moving on past Duke, and so now we're going to move into the West region. Gonzaga and South Dakota State. South Dakota State, another 16 seed upset. What is going on? Northwestern and Vanderbilt. Northwestern's going to win that one. Notre Dame and Princeton. Princeton's going to upset Notre Dame. There have been a ton of upsets so far. West Virginia and Bucknell. Bucknell, oh my gosh, there's been tails like every single flip so far. Maryland and Xavier, I bet this one's heads. No, it's tails. Xavier is going to upset Maryland. 3 seed Florida State and the 14 seed Florida Gulf Coast. It's going to be Florida State moving on there. 7 seed St. Mary's and the 10 seed VCU is St. Mary's is going to come out of there. And then Arizona and North Dakota. I think we're going to end up having... oh no, we have North Dakota end up upsetting Arizona. Both 1 and 2 seeds have fallen so far. Alright, so now in the Midwest region, Kansas and the winner of NC Central and UC Davis. And the 16 seed is going to win again. Not a single 1 seed is moving on as of right now. And then the 9 seed Michigan State Spartans are going to beat the 8 seed Miami Hurricanes. Then we got heads, so that means Iowa State is going to beat Nevada. Then Purdue and Vermont. We are going to have Vermont win there. Oh my gosh, what is going on, folks? Then Creighton and Rhode Island over there. Let's see who it's going to be. It's going to be Rhode Island being an upset pick again. Oregon and Iona, what's it going to be? Oregon's going to move on. The 3 seeds have been doing pretty well so far. I think all 3 seeds have been moving on. Then we got Michigan and Oklahoma State. The coin flip says Michigan's going to win that. And then Louisville and Jacksonville State. Will Louisville be the first 2 seed to move on? They will! And now, in the South Regional, 1 North Carolina and the 16 seed Texas Southern. Will North Carolina be the only 1 seed? Yes, they will! The only 1 seed to move on after the first round. Then Arkansas and Seton Hall. Coin flip says Arkansas is going to win that. Minnesota and Middle Tennessee. We got... oh, I don't know if that flipped right there. We're going to do it again. Then heads, so that means Minnesota is going to win there and beat Middle Tennessee. 4 Butler and 13 Winthrop. I feel Winthrop winning there. Yep, they do. Winthrop with another upset. Cincinnati versus the winner of Wake Forest and Kansas State. They say that the winner of Kansas State and Wake Forest is going to move on. The 3 seed UCLA versus the 14 seed Kent State. And all 3 seeds are moving on to the second round, apparently. And so Dayton and Wichita State. Coin flipper says that it's going to be Dayton. And then I'm feeling nervous. I want my Kentucky Wildcats to win here. But the coin flip says it's going to be the Kentucky Wildcats. Okay. And now for a spot in the Sweet 16. The 16 seed versus the 9 seed. It's going to be the 16 seed to win. Oh my gosh. Mount St. Mary's or New Orleans. I'm having way too much fun with this. UNC Wilmington versus East Tennessee State. It is going to be East Tennessee State moving on. SMU and Baylor. They're going to have SMU moving on. South Carolina and Troy. Will a 15 seed be moving on in the same bracket as a 16 seed? No, they will not. South Carolina is moving on to the Sweet 16. 16 South Dakota State versus Northwestern. It's going to be, oh my gosh, the 16 seed South Dakota State. I want to say they're the Jackrabbits. Princeton and Bucknell. The coin flipper says it's going to be Princeton. And we got Xavier and Florida State. Coin flipper says it's going to be Xavier. And then St. Mary's in North Dakota. Will a 15 seed be moving on? No, it'll be the 7 seed St. Mary's Gales. And then the 16 seed NC Central and UC Davis versus the 9 seed Michigan State Spartans. They have Michigan State Spartans moving on. Iowa State and Vermont. They have Vermont beating Iowa State. 13 seeds galore. Rhode Island and Oregon. Coin flipper says Rhode Island. Okay. Michigan and Louisville. Who does the coin flipper say? Michigan. Oh my gosh. There are going to be some huge upsets if this is right. This is going to be crazy. I'm probably going to be in like the last place of all the brackets in the tournament challenge because of this, but I don't care. North Carolina and Arkansas, who's going to win according to the coin flipper? It's going to be North Carolina moving on. Minnesota and Winthrop, who do they have? They have Winthrop moving on, another 13 seed. Wake Forest and UCLA, who will it be? It is going to be Wake Forest and the Kansas State, the winner of that game. Wichita State and Kentucky. Come on, Kentucky. Oh, it's going to be Wichita State. Oh my gosh, there's double-digit seeds galore for a spot in the Elite Eight. The 16 seed versus the 13 seed. Who's it going to be? It's the 16 seed. Oh my god. 6 seed SMU versus the 7 seed South Carolina. Who's it going to be? It's going to be SMU moving on. Sorry about the camera work, but I'm just having way too much fun with this. 16 seed South Dakota Jackrabbits versus 12 seed Princeton. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Princeton moving on to the Elite Eight. Xavier and St. Mary's. Who will it be moving on to the Elite Eight? It is going to be Xavier. Then over here we have Michigan State and Vermont. Who's going to be moving on to the Elite Eight? Vermont. Then Rhode Island and Michigan. Who's going to be moving on? It's going to be Michigan. Okay, so far SMU and Michigan are the highest seeds so far. Then North Carolina and Winthrop. Will this be the only realistic result moving on so far? It will be. North Carolina's moving on to the Elite Eight. Then Wake Forest and Kansas State versus Wichita State. It is going to be, wow, okay, Wake Forest and Kansas State. So for a spot in the Final Four, the 16 seed Mount St. Mary's versus New Orleans versus the 6 seed SMU. Who will it be? SMU's going on to the Final Four. Sorry, 16 seed. We'll go and do this one too. Vermont as a 13 seed and Michigan as a 7 seed. Who will it be moving on to the Final Four? It's going to be the Michigan Wolverines. Then down here, the 12 seed Princeton versus the 11 seed Xavier. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Xavier, a double-digit seed moving on. And then we got North Carolina and the winner of Wake Forest and Kansas State. Who's it going to be? It is going to be Wake Forest and Kansas State. North Carolina loses in the Elite Eight. And so in the Final Four, we have a 6 versus 11 and a 7 versus 11. This is absolutely crazy. Alright, so coin flip. Who's going to be coming out of the left side? It is going to be the 11 seed Xavier facing the winner of Michigan and the winner of Wake Forest / Kansas State. Who does the coin flipper say it's going to be? Michigan. Okay. So the national championship game will either be the winner of Xavier and Michigan. Who does the coin flipper say it's going to be? It's going to be Michigan moving on to win the national championship game according to the coin flip bracket, coming out of the Midwest region as a 7 seed. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you want to see another coin flip bracket like this. This was absolutely crazy. We had 3 number 16 seeds moving on. That was, oh my gosh. And so I had a lot of fun making this. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and comment that you want me to make another one and subscribe. Show that love. And this will be an official entry into the Super Celtic 24 subs group on the ESPN Tournament Challenge. Make sure you join that. And I shall see you guys later. Thank you for watching.